So just by raise of hands, how many of you have seen more than 2 doctors in the past year? Wow, everyone, okay. And then again, by raise of hands, how many of you can perfectly, clearly communicate your all your medical conditions and prescriptions? Wow, no one. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Noah. I'm the CEO of our company. This is Andrew, our chief strategist, Emily, our marketing head, Andrew, our COO, and Cleisha, our CFO, and we are a company called Identity with a lowercase I. So we're pretty much a company that sends out both digital and physical medical ID cards that gives access to both doctors and patients to electronic medical records, so patients and doctors both can see and update their medical information.
Yeah, so through this online database that we have, it's going to be connected to the ID cards that we hand out, and both doctors and patients will have access to their medical records. They can all see the medical info they need access to in one place. And the reason this is different from other EMR systems is that it's all on the internet instead of a software that each doctor's office and each patient has to download to their computer. And so patients will have the option to communicate with their doctors over this database as well to eliminate the need for any unnecessary doctor's appointments. And each patient's doctors can reach out to their other doctors to communicate more clearly, and this will save time, money, and it will make the treatment of each patient much better.
So most adults, as you guys can attest to, see more than one doctor, and it's really frustrating having to repeat the same symptoms or condition to each different doctor you see. So also, most people can't accurately convey all of their diagnoses from other doctors to different specialists. So this inefficient communication just leads to a lot of wasted time and money for unnecessary doctor's appointments and tests that are repeated for each specialist you see. So overall, it's just a very inefficient communication system.
So our goal is to increase the quality of doctor to patient communication as well as doctor to doctor communication. We're trying to do that by providing a space online where patients and doctors alike can access a patient's medical records, and where it can all be stored in one place that's easily accessible. So by the end of our first year, we want to be partnered with 2 insurance companies to help spread our product, and we want to have around 2,100 customers by the end of that first year. So we want our database to be easy to access for doctors and patients alike, so that they can, insurance companies will recommend it to other people as well.
So we're asking for an initial investment of $100,000. This will primarily be used to cover our initial manufacturing and distribution costs, as well as the marketing campaigns that we will do, and the website development in order to create a more streamlined and just overall friendly and user-friendly experience for our customers. So we predict that our product is scalable statewide and eventually nationwide. Like Andrew was saying, we aim to sell our product to 2 insurance companies, mainly located in the Chapel area, and gain 2,100 individual customers. By year 2, we aim to sell our product to 9 insurance companies within the Triangle area, and gain 16,000 customers, and by the end of year 3, we'll have over 50,000 individual customers, and be in collaboration with 21 insurance companies in North Carolina. So we estimate that we'll be profitable by the 2nd year with $1.7 million in profits, and our revenue will mostly come from selling our product in a subscription process at $110 per individual customer. So selling them first in bulk to the insurance companies and then having them sell that to their individual customers.
So are there any questions?
I'm kind of confused on the process of where you're getting revenue from. So you're selling the card to the insurance company, or selling Can you just explain a little bit more about what exactly happens after, or who you're selling it to, and then what happens after you sell it to that person?
Yes.
Or company, whatever.
Yeah, so we'll initially sell it like in bulk to insurance companies. So once they sell it to their individual customers, we'll manufacture the cards with like that customer's like information and send that to them. And then the subscription comes from like them getting the card and having access to our website. So overall, that will be encompassed in the $110 that we'll charge like individual customers. That I guess that insurance companies will charge their individual customers, and that's the revenue we'll be getting.
So basically, patients are buying these cards, and without the card, you can't access the website.
Okay, so the insurance companies, are they like essentially being subscribed to this service as well because they have to have access to it, or is it like I don't know.
It's like a dual subscription. So
Okay.
like either you can go through your insurance company and
Okay.
hopefully get like a lower rate through the insurance company, or you
Gotcha.
can buy it on your own and pay more because
Okay.
you're not going through your insurance company.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and we'll also be like accessible to those who are uninsured, so that like anyone who wants our product can have it.
So is like, for the doctor, do they have any role in like helping you market your card to your patients, or is it just communication from insurance to patient?
Yeah, hopefully the doctors will be able to recommend the service to other doctors and other patients as well. Because the idea is that it takes the communication burden like off of, or it makes it easier for everyone. So like they can easily communicate with other doctors. They can easily see all their patients' medical records in one place. And so if they're satisfied with it, they'll recommend it to other doctors' offices and other patients that come in that don't have it.
Okay.
Is it up to the patient to make sure that all the information on their card accurately reflects their medical conditions?
I would say it falls on like both the patient and the doctor, because as a patient, obviously you can go and like update that at any time. Like if any of your conditions, like if you notice a change in any of your like conditions or like symptoms, but also like just like you go and see the doctor, they have all your records, like that will all be like integrated into the system. Like the idea is basically to take like all of the different like individual softwares that exist for like different like doctors' offices and like put it into one central like online database.
So if you're charging $110, what does it cost to produce?
So we'll be like partnering with like printing services so that it like we personally don't have to manufacture it. So we have like a bulk price. So for our first year with 2,100 like individual customers, it'll be $600 to manufacture like all of the medical ID cards that we'll be distributing to them, if that makes sense.
So your unit cost is very
Relatively low, yes.
Okay.
Is there more of a focus on like the physical like ID card like that you would put in your wallet, or is it like about the app that you could like have on your phone?
I would say it's kind of both.
Okay,
So
cool.
like originally we started out and we were thinking along the lines of like an app, but then we realized that a lot of like our customers would be like also include like the elderly population, and like they're not gonna like whip out their smartwatch and like you know use that, or like probably their smartphone, like they're not gonna have the same access to that. So that's why we decided to go with like a physical card that's just like your license or you know that sort of thing, as well as like an app that's more savvy for like the young population.
Let's talk after this and partner with emergency.
Are there any regulations involved with cross-platforming doctor-to-doctor like observations?
Yeah. So we would have to do a little bit more research on how to be HIPAA compliant. So that's a big hurdle you'd have to jump, but once you make sure that you follow all those guidelines, then the communication process would be totally legal and fine.
And like legal fees were factored into our like financial model and everything.
Also, like as it is right now, like doctors already share your records. Like anytime you're referred to a specialist, like your primary care doctor like has like your records and like tests that they've already performed, and like they send that over to your doctors. So it does like exist traditionally.
Will this come back on visits to the doctor? Like you can just message your doctor like, hey, like I have a headache, or it's like.
Ideally, yes.
Yeah, and he'll like be like, oh, based on your history, like you're just having a migraine, like here's what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it.